Hi there, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Tracy, and this is The Way I See It. Today I'm going to take us through our meeting topic. Sorry, my brochure got a little crunched up here, but it was Think, Feel, Do this week. And it is based on the idea that everything really begins in the mind. There's a wonderful quote out that says, if you want to change your life, you first have to change your mind. And isn't that so true when it comes to this weight loss journey, when it comes to day after day, counting these points and getting our activity in, making sure we've got our water, and all the different pieces that go along with being successful, so that when we finally get to that scale, we can be proud of what we see. We can be proud of, sharing our accomplishments or just knowing that we've had a good week. But notice that I said when we get to that scale, right? I think that a lot of us have that philosophy that we work so hard all week just to get to that scale, right? That it's all about that scale. And I wanted to speak on this topic today because it is definitely one that I can talk about because of the last couple of weeks that I've had. So disclaimer that I always put out there anytime I talk about the weekly topic is that I am a Weight Watchers ambassador, but I am not an employee of Weight Watchers, nor do I speak for Weight Watchers corporate for the opinions that I am going to share. They are mine solely. I will cover the weekly topic from my viewpoint. I will not share any proprietary information, and I will not go line by line in this brochure. That is reserved for people who attend the meetings, but I will definitely share my insight on the topic and little highlights here and there, the same as I would with any book or magazine or article that I find interesting and would love for you to read or to search out for yourself. So anyway, think, feel, do. This past week, if you've seen any of my videos, you've seen that I have been struggling with some issues with my body, an unexpected gain, and then the consequential week, is that the right word? I don't even know. But the resulting week of letting my thoughts get to me, putting a huge amount of weight, pardon the pun, on what the scale said, and then letting that just really take me for a emotional ride about my worth and about my ability to do this journey, about my ability to even show up here and be any kind of inspiration or encouragement to someone. I really just went through a head trip about, oh my goodness, I was a rock star for 3 weeks, and then what happened? I didn't do, what was expected. I didn't have the results that I was expecting. And so this week, this topic, what we think about determines the way that we feel, which then determines what we're going to do, right? And that was so true for me. As long those 3 weeks in January, when I was on fire, like I was thinking about the plan, I was killing it, I was getting my water in, I was going to the gym, I was Zumbaing it up, I was seeing changes in dress sizes, and I was just on a high. And then boom, that scale changed. And my thoughts immediately went to, oh my gosh, here we go again. I went through this all last year. Now I'm going to go through it again. I'm going to look like a failure. People are going to, not listen to me anymore. They're not going to want to show up. They're not going to want to see me, to things that I haven't wrestled with in a long time. You're so stupid. You can't do this. I don't believe any of those things, but those thoughts, those old tapes are there. And if I wallow long enough, they will come back up and want to play. And so I realized that this week I had to make another change. So last week I beat myself up, and although that loss, although that gain, I'm beginning to see some loss from it, I really think it could have been better, because if I had just continued on and not allowed my thoughts to then affect my emotions and make me feel like crap. I felt like crap last week, about myself and about my journey, when I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. There's some investigation that needs to happen, and I'm doing that. But it would be different if I could say, oh my gosh, I did these horrible things and I just went on a food, crazy binge for 5 days. But even if I did, it's not worth just derailing yourself and just making the situation work. So what can we do instead of allowing in hard times? So say I completely blew it, right? And I really did blow it, and it was on me. So what's the thought? The thought is, oh my gosh, it's 11 a.m. This happens to me all the time. It's 11 a.m. and I've already had 22 of my 34 points for the day. Girl, bye. You have already messed it completely up. So you might as well just go ahead and have pizza for lunch, and you might as well just go ahead and have the Chinese for dinner. And hey, why not? I'm just going to have a regular soda now. Who cares? I'm not going to do this diet crap because I've already blown it. But that's not helpful. What's more helpful is to reframe that and say, okay, you know what? I've already eaten 22 points for the day, but you know what? I have 34 points today. I still have 12 points for pointed food that I can work with. And then on top of that, I have a 0 points food list. 200 different items that I can still eat. I can focus on healthy meals, and I can maybe stay away from snacking for a little bit, because I've had a healthy portion. Maybe I need to check in with myself and see if I'm really hungry, whether it's just head hunger, or whether it's emotional hunger, or whether I'm truly physically hungry. And if I'm truly physically hungry, I've got 200 choices that I can pick from and satisfy that. So sometimes it's stopping down and checking what we're thinking about ourselves. And then I truly believe that we have to adopt. I could not have made it through the last year on this journey if I was not my own best friend. Like, I have to be the person who is cheering the loudest for me. So instead, on those days, like this last situation with me, where there's just a gain, and I've had that, and I know many people want to call BS on me, and they want to say that's just, you're doing something. You can say what you want to say. You guys know I am real. If I mess up, I'm going to tell you, but there's no need for me to lie. Like, who am I lying to? Why? Like, why would I get out here in the public to lie? Like, who do I have to lie to? Nobody, right? So I have had to pick myself up several times, because people want to click off and people want a thumbs down and whatever on a week that you don't lose weight. Like, that's everything. But instead of looking at just what the scale says, that is only one determination of how well your week went, the scale. And yeah, it's really important for a lot of us. I mean, that's what we want, right? We want to lose weight. This is a weight loss journey. However, this is not a diet. It's a lifestyle. And so in order to have a healthy mindset, which is what we need more than anything, if we want to change our life, we have to first change our mind, which means we have to become healthy first in our mind. Then we have to look at the big picture. Okay, so my body's not responding this week to what I did and how much effort I put in. But if I keep doing what I do and do the right things, then I trust that it's going to show up, right? So just as much as we have those unexpected gains, we sometimes have those unexpected losses. Like when we totally blew it and we knew it wasn't right, but then we get on the scale and there's 1.2 down. Like, I didn't deserve that. So our bodies are fickle and they do their own thing. And we all know that, right? But what we think about it is then going to take maybe what was a bad situation for this week and make it bleed over into next week. And we don't need that, right? That's what I let happen last week. And so this week, what I am doing is I am pulling myself up by the bootstraps, and I am saying, I'm going to do the right things. I'm going to get right back on. I'm going to keep doing what I was doing with little tweaks here and there. As I said in my videos earlier this past weekend, that I'm going to focus back on those things that I know do not work well for autoimmune issues. And I'm going to make some different food choices, but I'm not about to go trying to starve myself or cut my points or anything like that. I'm not going to over-exercise. I'm not going to drown myself in water. I'm going to keep going. Just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing all the right things, right? The things that I know to do. And what I'm gonna think are good thoughts towards myself. I'm gonna be my own best friend. I'm going to feel into the things that are going on in my life and around me. There's a lot. And I'm not going to run, and I'm not going to medicate that with food. I'm going to allow those thoughts and feelings to come, and I'm going to, as healthily as possible, I'm going to put them in the bins that they need to be in and feel it for what I need to feel it for and let it go as best I can let it go. And then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do the right thing. And I'm going to do that the day after tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, until weigh-in day. And then I just truly choose to believe that because I'm going to do those things, that this weigh-in come this Friday or Saturday, whenever I go, is going to be much better. Why? Because beating myself up and being angry about it and torturing myself with food, it doesn't help anything, right? So one thing that I do want to share from the weekly is your ability to do this work with thinking and feeling and doing. I want you to think about a goal you set for yourself this year that you didn't reach. I have plenty of them. Write an unhelpful thought that you had in reaction, and then give it a reality check. Write down your helpful thought. How can you turn it around? Okay, it's as simple as that. How can you turn around some negative thought that you have about what you weren't able to do? All right, you guys, I hope this helped this week. We're going to have an awesome week this week, right? Hands to the screen, you and I both. We're going to rock it out. All right. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video and you like the way that I see it, then please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do cherish you being here with me, and I love having you guys around. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you soon.